December 15th cannot come soon enough because even though Zach Lavine, we all know he'll eventually be traded, at the end of the day, the soonest it's going to happen is December 15th, potentially even as late as January 15th. For those that don't know, those are some of the respective dates for which certain players who sign contracts, whether extensions or signing with a new team in the offseason, will be eligible to be traded. And it's more than likely wherever Zach ends up getting moved to, more players who are currently not trade eligible will have to be included, mainly for salary filler purposes. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the logistics of that. No, more so just using it as a point that I cannot wait to see the end of this garbage basketball product that we see before us. And it's unfortunate because we're going to have to keep seeing it until December 15th. And look, I know this is a stark contrast compared to what I mentioned in my last postgame video talking about how deep down I still hope that this team will somehow make things work, that they'll somehow find a way to figure this out. But we all know that's not going to happen. Like I said, the rational side of me knows that it's not going to happen. And tonight, all but confirmed this. Give the Bulls credit because they actually played well to start the game. They were hot shooting it from three. They were actually playing strong defense, moving the ball around well. A big contrast from what we saw or have been seeing in the last 4 or 5 games where they have come out flat to start a game. But tonight, they flipped the script and came out with poor effort in the second half, really at the end of the third quarter and the entire fourth quarter. Here's a good indication of just how bad the Bulls offense has been so far this season and why it's so abundantly clear that their system is not working. This is the 4th straight game where they have scored 102 or fewer points, 2 of those scoring less than 100 in modern day NBA in 2023. They are 29th in the entire league, only behind the Blazers in terms of fewest points per game. A team that has 3 offensive players, high-level offensive players, a team that is actually trying to win, unlike a team like the Blazers or any other teams that are in that low points per game area of the league, a team that for the last 2 seasons has done nothing to fix the challenges and weaknesses with this roster. Yeah, they made some small moves here and there, Javon Carter, Torrey Craig, Drummond the offseason prior, but come on now. Those are fairly inconsequential moves, things that aren't going to move the needle for this team drastically. And yet here we are. This team still has one of the worst offenses in the NBA, a team that on paper you would think should be top 10 on offense. Quite frankly, it's embarrassing at this point. It's embarrassing that the Bulls are fine with this product that they have put out there for the fans. Like, it's one thing to be bad when you've got a young team, you're rebuilding, expectations are low, but to actively be trying to be competitive, to try and win now, and for them to come out like this and be 5-10 in the standings the first 15 games of the season, 26th in the league on offense, 22nd in overall net rating, is laughable to say the least. What to say about this game? I don't even know. I mean, you'd have to think the Heat, after blowing the game the other night, starting off 22-1 and losing, they were going to be on their best game today. I'm sure they got an earful from it from Spo after that loss, but for the Bulls, defense was terrible tonight. The Heat obliterated the Bulls from behind the arc. Duncan Robinson really setting the tone early, knocking down 3 quick threes, not staying on him and letting him go 6 for 9 from deep for the whole game. Jaime Jaquez, the rookie, dude is going to be nice by the way, but letting a rookie blast you on offense on all levels of scoring. Bam Adebayo was getting what he wanted. Old man Kevin Love was being left open from deep. Just poor execution and effort. And don't even get me started on the Bulls offense, which was solid in the first half, but then just fell off in the second. 45% from the field, 30% from 3, only 21 assists as a team. The ball movement wasn't there. Guys were doing what we've been seeing them do, standing around, not cutting the basket. And then the other thing I don't really get is the Bulls' main scorers hardly putting up shots. Zach Lavine took 9 shots tonight. DeMar, 10. I know I said before I actually like it when they're taking fewer shots and there's more of an even distribution of attempts across the roster, but Zach and DeMar are the team's best scorers. You need to score the basketball to win games. It's pretty simple. I love Alex Caruso, and I'll get to him in a little bit, but there should never be a scenario where he's putting up more shots than DeMar and Zach. And with Zach Lavine, I mean, taking 9 shots tonight, 10 the other night, it's starting to become clear. Dude was already checked out on defense, and it's starting to look like he's also quiet quitting on offense as well. Like, it's pretty rare for Zach to not want to put up a ton of shots. Now, I did like that he was being unselfish on some possessions and getting it inside to Vucevic or a kick out to Coby White. And when the media asked Billy Donovan about this in the post-game interview, he mentioned he felt that Zach was making the right plays and being unselfish. But come on now, dude needs to be putting up more shots. He should be putting up close to 9 threes alone, let alone 9 shots in general. And then for DeMar, I mean, is he also quiet quitting? Is he checking out on this team as well? 1 free throw tonight for DeMar DeRozan? wasn't doing his thing and getting it inside to draw contact, wasn't actively trying to do his usual pump fakes to get to the line. What's funny is that the starters overall had very well-balanced scoring, which you want to see. All starters were in double figures. But what you don't want to see is all of them in the negative double digits in terms of box plus minus. The overall net rating of Caruso when he's on the court compared to the starters, well, that's kind of falling by the wayside now. Although Caruso still played a great game. Like, I don't think we're giving this guy enough credit for just how great he's been on offense for the Bulls, because we all know he's incredible on the defensive end. That's what he's known for, but he's having one of the best offensive seasons of his career. And I know it's only 15 games, but he's been so impactful on both ends. He's been the Bulls' highest net positive player on both defense and offense. I just don't think you can underestimate how great he's been so far this season. Caruso is still shooting 50% from 3 and on decent volume too, while still playing elite defense. Dude is making a case for himself for being the best 3-and-D player in the game of basketball. I love Alex Caruso. Anyway, Coby White also had a great game, by the way. Probably his best game of the season. He was feeling it from outside, was being aggressive and getting to the basket, active hands on defense as well. 20 points on 7 for 11 shooting, 4 for 8 from 3. That's what we need to see from Coby White. I mean, I don't know how many times we have to say it, but seeing either him or Pat taking that jump this season and what that will do for the Bulls overall and their success, haven't really seen it from either guy, but a night like this is a step in the right direction for Coby. Can he do it consistently though? That's the biggest question. The biggest question since he's really entered the league as a rookie. When do we see him putting up numbers like this that can be relied upon on a nightly basis? Haven't seen it, and we're going into year 5 now for Coby. Anyway, a tough game to watch, and it's not going to be getting any easier with the Bulls now going on a big road trip. They had a bunch of games at home and just one trip up to Milwaukee, and they went 3-5 in that stint. Not good. Now they have the Thunder, Raptors, Nets, and Celtics all on the road for the next few days. It's going to be hard to stomach these while we wait for December 15th to arrive. Anyway, I'll have a video out tomorrow on the front office's biggest mistake since starting in their role, so be on the lookout for that. As always, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.